Hey YouTube, it's the last day of the 31 Days of Tarot, so I will stop overwhelming your feeds after today, and we'll go back to normal twice, occasionally 3 times a week posting, including topics outside of tarot. But we're going to wrap up with the last prompt, which is what are your tarot goals for 2020? So I already recorded a video about 2020 intentions that I posted on December 31st that includes some tarot intentions, but I will share, some of that and a couple other things. So I'm going to say intentions because I do prefer that term over goals. I feel like you can set an intention, hit something completely else, and that's great. Whereas a goal feels to me more like you either met or didn't meet the specific goal. Useful at work, not useful in life. So one is just to read more. I just want to read more. I'm already doing that, so far it's going well. But definitely read more. I had kind of a dry spell in 2019. Reading without recording, I've talked about this a lot on the channel. I'm not completely banning myself from recording, but to do more pulls where I don't write it down. To open myself up to doing a pull and being like, I don't need to write this down. Using more decks. So I own a shit ton of decks. You can also check out my video on my 2020 depth year kickoff to hear a little bit about how I'm trying to change my relationship to decks. More just using the ones I have, minimally acquiring more, and this year really focusing on reading more and reading with the decks that I have. So finding opportunities to use the decks. Again, I've already done this some, working on specific questions, specific things that I figured out from a deck interview that the deck felt like it wanted to work with me on. But I want to keep doing that. I'm also back to doing daily draws in 2020, which, if I can keep it up, I think will be one way to kind of get to know decks, especially if I am studying the Little White Book, which is something I want to do more in 2020, is read some of these Little White Books that I haven't even looked at. Read the book and then do daily draws, for a few weeks from that deck, so that I'm actually seeing and reinforcing and remembering, and maybe going back to the book and being like, oh, what was the reference there? What was this imagery? I think that's going to be cool. I want to do, finally, just more spreadless reading / exploring different styles of reading, more conversational reading. I've done some really interesting pulls at the beginning of the year just by trying to do a Q&A with the deck. Doing more without spreads, being open to things like jumpers, being open to... I shuffle really messily, so a lot of time, if it all falls on the ground, it's not a jumper, but being open to jumpers, using techniques like clarifying cards, using techniques like using Oracle with tarot. I just want to break outside my usual go-to, which is mostly in 2019, honestly, been using spreads for specific moons and times of the month and not really asking questions outside of it. So that is something I want to do. And related to that is pulling more in the moment for the moment, which is something that I'm learning how to do through Lindsay Mack's course, Tarot for What Is. I really recommend that a lot. If you're interested, that course is amazing. I know I tell you to buy all of her courses and we all have limited bank accounts, but that one, if you're picking one and you want something beyond the basics, I would recommend it. So that's it. That's 31 Days of Tarot. I hope y'all have enjoyed my videos. Check out the hashtag to catch up on other folks' responses to these prompts throughout the month. And please, I know about half of you who watch this channel are not subscribed. I would love for you to subscribe. I have awesome content that comes out usually about twice a week on topics, including generally once a week a tarot topic, and then other things such as astrology, productivity, polyamory, queerness, all sorts of stuff, whatever I feel like talking about. So I'm so happy to have new subscribers here, and thank you for those who've been with me for a while, for sticking around, and I look forward to another year of hanging out on YouTube with everyone.